This is Truth Frequency Radio.
Good morning, TFR.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, this is Alan. I like Ironworx because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love Ironworx with Josh, Walt and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that Ironworx with Josh, Walt and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the Ironworx on TFR.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Iron Realm Media is the best on the plane. To this show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to The Ironworx with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the Ironworx and become an Iron Scout.
I'm starting off fresh and I feel good. I look good. I smells good. I am good.
Thank God it's Friday.
It's Friday, my dudes.
Happy Friday, my friend.
And a TGIF to you all. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the Ironworx right here on Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. It is Walt and Josh hanging out with you this morning. Zack is probably sleeping in a little bit, so he could be turning up at any minute.
I'm guessing he's sleeping. He could show up.
He could. I really do expect him to.
I'm actually logging in and doing all those fun things you do.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, you know.
It's been kind of a quiet week around here. We had some snow earlier, but only a fraction of what they said we were going to get, as is often the case. But I still ended up taking the day off on Wednesday just because it was still pretty slushy and nasty out there. And wife's car's small little Honda, so it slides and is light. And by God, I had the PTO to do it, so I just took a snow day, played a little hooky, and we just basically did shooting most of the day. So that worked out.
Yeah, we did, and that was pretty awesome. We hung out with Carl. That was awesome, too.
Yeah. Indeed.
I am... I see what I've done.
Sorry.
Who? What happened?
I just wanted to give a shout out to Flat Earth Nation. Carl for
Flat Earth Nation.
Joining us and hanging out, shooting.
I still had the link open here for the studio IC from going in to fix our little boo-boo from Tuesday morning where we foolishly played a 3.4 seconds of a fucking song melody, thinking that would be acceptable commentary on a song someone was already talking about on our show. Turns out, not the case. Fuckers. So anyway, I fixed it. The show from Tuesday is back up. So if you've been missing some LC King, there's a brief little taste there on Tuesday morning's show, finally back up and running. It looks like, I see comments saying they've just watched it. So thank you guys for being patient while we tiptoed around the algorithms.
And my apologies. I accept full responsibility for my behavior, and I will make an effort to make sure it doesn't happen again, maybe. Maybe.
Hey, I played Ozzy. I could have just as easily been the one. In fact, the Tool song that we play every fucking other break, because we were, not we, I take full responsibility, is, also causing us issues. But the only issues it causes us there is Maynard gets the money and we don't. But we didn't get it anyway, so Maynard always was getting it.
Yep, Maynard always gets the money.
One day, though, we'll figure out how to change those songs up.
Yeah, I've got a real good idea on how I plan to do it.
That's what I kind of meant. I haven't typed to anybody, and since I'm alone on this side, I don't have a Zack to cover me today while I'm typing away, because usually that's the case. Zack will have a story, and I'll start saying hey to folks, but today,
I'll have to
we're
do
Zackless.
it. So you're meaning you want me to vamp a little bit?
I'm just going to say, hello, Ian. How are you this fine and lovely morning? Forever Love 774 is there as well. And I'm going from the early stuff here, so I'm probably going to miss people when I came in late for having to switch back to my account from the Iron Realm account. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Piney is here. What's up, Big Pine Sailing? Thunder Chicken in the house very early this morning. Yeah, he even said it. Up entirely too early this morning. On a plane, we are indeed, and on a plane also here. Alexander Lightwater, good morning, Alex. Good to have you here. Liz, the Iron Maiden. What's up, lovely lady? I'm the is here. Free Flow also here. Sean G. Inland Sea. What's up?
I think that's Sarah G.
Oh wait, that's Sarah G. It's moving too fast. Everything keeps going back. I was going to say, hey, what's up, Brain? Wake up. That's not Sean at all. Sketches. What's up, Sketchy? Sketchy is here.
Big shout out to the whole Kakalaki crew. I did see Free Flow in there, and I expect Tommy to be along at some point. You never know, but shout out to that whole Kakalaki crew and everything they're doing over there on the right coast. Not the wrong.
Not the wrong. The correct one. You got to come correct, baby professor. What is this thing I'm seeing? Oh, I see. Okay. Push the button? No, you got it. I'm wrong. It's going.
I'm pretty sure I did. Pretty sure.
You did. It just wasn't showing up as it normally does. It says live and click on it. So apparently they're shadow banning it.
Stranger things have happened.
Well, it definitely didn't. Normally when I click into my profile, there's the live stuff along the top of the feed there, and we weren't in there. So I went to my, it's all good. We're there. Hello, Rockfin. How are you? I'll see 4 of you there for now. We'll see who shows up. Damn it. I didn't grab candy like I meant to. Good morning, Mystical Soul. There in the TFR chat as well.
Yeah, I don't sign into that TFR chat all that often anymore.
Well, it's just part of the vault, so I drop down and look at it.
Well, it doesn't automatically sign me in anymore, so I just typically don't. I'm too lazy to click that extra button.
I didn't have to. If I had to click an extra button, most likely I wouldn't be saying hello to Mystical Warrior or whatever. Who was it? Mystical Soul, sorry. Speaking of Mystical Warriors, early update on today's show. This afternoon, we're going to have some Mystical Warriors drop by and hang out with us there on Have No Sphere, a good friend of mine in life, not just in truth. Wow, that's nice. His name? Sorry, I have to laugh every time because I almost said his whole name, damn it, even though I said to myself, don't do that. The H was in my mouth. That's why I stopped and laughed at my dumb self. Okay. Damascus, Eternal Eye, and his lovely, lovely wife, Catalyst, will be here. Most likely, their son will join us. He is now 15, which means I'm an old fuck. Dude, that child was like 3 when I saw him last, maybe 4. Of course, in my mind, he was like 5 or 6 or even 7 because he was always super intelligent, way, more mature than his age. So he was a grown little dude hanging out when he left here to me. But yeah, he was quite young when they left, and now he's quite the young man. He was in the call the other night when I was seeing if they wanted to come hang out. And it was just crazy hearing him echo some of the thoughts that we all speak at the age he is now, which is amazing. As I said, they're raising quite the little warrior crew there. Reminded me a lot of James and Nudge, the energy from the call that I had with them the other night. In fact, I pointed out that show to them to say, hey, you want to go check out another awesome family that we've gotten to know and love so much? Go check these guys out. So I sent them the link to last Friday's show, which if you missed it, what were you doing and what have you done? Go check it out. We had Nudge, we had James, mystical grounded extract. I'm reading too many things here in front of me. I'm actually trying to close an extra tab that I think is playing yeah, that's what it is. My pentatonics are going in the background. All right, I'll stop that.
Those are some great magicians. I love me some pentatonics.
I was on a magic trip this last little week. I watched Danny Ortega, I believe his name is, on a Penn and Teller thing. Their little Fool Us show, which, it's hard to get through their demonologists' selves to watch entertainment, but I do it anyway. So, watching it and blown away by this guy's fucking amazing artistry and magic. And so he talked about being a kid and going to this, in a kid in Mexico, and being driven like 3 or 4 hours or whatever to this guy they called the Maestro, who was teaching him magic when he was very young by his mother, who, was behind his dream. And he turned into this amazing magician. So last week, this guy that I really, enjoy his YouTube channel, Chris Ramsey, he's a magician and he likes to solve puzzles and things like that. He's a really good guy. If you haven't checked out Chris's channel, he was looking at the original guy, the Maestro, the guy who taught Danny Ortega. And I'm going to send you guys the video. We're not going to play it because if it's, copyrighted, it's copyrighted. Anyway, if it's like that there, we'll be screwed. But it's pretty amazing just to watch the energy, the performance. I don't know. It's truly magical. But yeah, it just got me down that rabbit hole. Usually if I watch 1 or 2, then the next week I have like 8 or 9 to constantly get fed until I watch them all. And then I'll start going down the rabbit hole of old shows. But yeah, prestidigitation. I love it. I'm trying to find the link as I talk. I can't do that. So you talk.
Me? I don't have nothing to talk about. What the hell would I have anything to talk about? What would I do with stuff to talk about? No, it really has been kind of a quiet week around here. Everybody's still kind of walking on eggshells just a little bit with the bunnies situation. It's still pretty raw, having lost Binks, but I can actually say her name now, so that's good. And Benicio Del Conejo is actually starting to come out of his shell a little bit. And again, even that's a little bittersweet to see the behavior of Binks, who was sort of the epitome of positive bunny behavior, and see that kind of shine through in Benny. It's really interesting because we weren't really interested in getting Benny for us. We didn't get Benny so that we could bond with Benny. We were already pretty well bonded with Binks. We just wanted to get Binks somebody else to bond with when we're not around, or to give us a break sometimes. And she was really friendly towards all the bunnies we introduced her to. And Benny was just the one that worked out the best. Gumdrop was his name back then. But it was almost like she just kind of felt sorry for the all poor little bunnies stuck in the cages. And she was just here to visit and say hi and be nice and polite to the caged bunnies. And when we brought Gumdrop home, she didn't really want too much to do with them. Like, oh, like I didn't realize you were going to be here in my spot. I was just being polite to you in your spot. So they never really bonded too much. But it was sort of as though she knew who best to bring home, who best that we would bring home. And so far, it's turned out really well to see Benny coming out of his shell and running up to you when you come in the kitchen, getting under your feet, wanting treats, wanting pets. Quite the snuggler. So that's the way it is with the bunny life here in the barnyard. Because it's not like bunny poop is messy or stinky. It's the hay. Because they're like horses. They're lagomorphs. They mostly eat hay. 80% of their diet is hay. So now our house sort of perpetually smells like hay. But it's not bad, and it's a small price to pay for having rabbits around. Of which I am now a fan, so. There's that.
There is that. Well, still sending a lot of love you guys' way. And interestingly enough, as I went to bed last night, way too late, like 11:30-ish, got in the, it's getting cold here again, which I know it's not cold compared to where you guys are, but cold for here, like in the 30s. And I'd gone to bed kind of making sure I knew where all the cats were in relation to certain rooms, because we close certain rooms at night because of the heater situation. So certain rooms are more warm in the morning. And I didn't want to close them off into a cold part of the house, which has happened before. I mean, you know, they're fine, but it's still my babies, and I don't want them cold. So I went to bed thinking everybody was fine and in their place. And I'm laying there and trying to get to sleep, and you know, the circus is going in the head, and I'm trying to go to sleep. And suddenly, the meowing starts. And I'm thinking, okay, did I miss somebody? And now they're outside the bedroom door? Or the thought went to the bottom of my soul, is that Rizzo under the house cold and wanting to be inside? So I very quietly got out of the bed after the third meow that I thought sounded a whole lot like Mama. Eased my robe on, tried not to wake Michelle up, got out into the house and began to look around and realized that it was just one of the cats I had misplaced on my bed routine. And so I got her into the warm living room. That Nibbler, she was the one mewling. And she's the most Rizzo-like in her mannerisms and coloring, and her meow is very similar to Mom's, very limited. She doesn't talk to me like Rizzo used to, but she definitely still has that same timbre to her voice, especially at 1:30 in the morning when I'm thinking it's her. So yeah, that was quite a little emotional jolt there in the midnight there. But so far she hasn't returned. And as Shell and I have discussed, you know, she came from an outside situation. And not just like, oh, a cat by herself outside, somebody picked her up and brought her to me, like the cat Zack brought. This cat was in a family of cats over at my landlord's house, of which she had a struggle to eat because he would feed them in a group, and there was like maybe 3 or 4 bowls for like 8-10 cats. So it was always, you know, I don't know how he did it actually. I'm just saying it was always, she struggled for her food. You could tell. Because when I would feed them, she was very tripping and protective and skittish and worried about the food situation when I would feed her. And anytime there was a window, she was there. And anytime there was a door open, she would walk towards it as though, I want to be out there. I don't want to be in this box with you lunatics. What are you thinking, living in a fucking box? So the fact that she decided to make her way out of this box, out to her natural state, while sad and distressing, because I missed that discussion we would have and the love she would bring, I do understand that is her desire, and that's where she wants to be, because if she didn't want to be there, she would be under the house mewling every night, trying to get back in, looking for food. And I left food out for about a week. And none of it ever got touched, even by local animals at all. It was just still sitting there. And that would make me more sad every morning when I would see it not touched. So I just quit putting it out. I figured if she hadn't eaten it in a week, she must be doing all right.
Yeah, that's tough.
One neighbor said she may have seen her. Oh, you know, the cat description I gave. But I mean, you know, there's lots of cats out there that match that description, so I'm really not holding my breath on that one.
So we do actually have some space lettuce. At least a little bit.
I did share that video on the magician. Sorry, I'm trying to get it back up here. Anyway, yes, Juan Tamariz. And you'll enjoy the first couple of routines that Chris shows you. But the stunner is that final 4-card routine. Holy shit, dude. I was watching it just a second ago as I was posting. It was there at that point. And yeah, pretty astounding. Pretty astounding. But anyway, I posted that for you guys, and also in the Rock Then chat here. There you go, Tom. Good morning, Mr. Nixon from Boston. There you go. Enjoy the video. What else? You were saying space lettuce, I believe, sir?
Yeah, we got a little bit. We've only got 5 minutes left before we hit the break. So we might have to hit space lettuce, at least on the other side, at the very least. Big shout out. Much love to Brian Gaska.
Brian Gaska. Fucking A. I just went back to chat and saw that name. That's a name I like seeing in chat. What's up, brother? Good to see you. I see we've been joined by a few others. Martin Haley has arrived. Walking Axel is here. OG himself, Daz, in the house. Seems like I saw someone else had popped in a minute ago when I was digging around. Nemo is here. Jer was here. Jeremy, what's up? Tomanoid is here. Special K is here. What's up, Caleb? Free Flow has made it in as well. Good morning. All right, I've stopped the scrolling. On the other side, if we have some time as well, there's a little story that's been brought to my attention through it came through my YouTube feed too many times for me to ignore it. I finally watched a video to see what this was all about, and it really intrigued me. And then I found out a couple days ago that my buddy over there at he's not my buddy yet, I'm being silly, AJ over there at the Y Files was going to do a video on this topic yesterday, and it came out probably about the time I was getting ready to play some games or whatever I was doing. It completely slipped my mind, and so I missed the premiere, but I did watch it this morning when I got up, and we're going to talk about it here in a little while. If you guys are familiar, or maybe not, with a gentleman named Andrew Dawson. He went by the name Handicapped over there on the old Talker, the ticker Talker, which I've still never logged into on purpose. I get sent those videos quite often from Michelle. She spends some time there talking and ticking. Quite a lot of truth-filled, lots of people, with quite a bit of awareness, putting out quite a bit of aware videos. And that's good to see, as we should know here on the YouTube. That makes a huge difference when you fill a platform with truth. It quickly changes and becomes an amazing platform to be on, and easy to deal with, and no hidden rules or regulations or anything like that. But anyway, I don't mess with the TikTok. But this guy does, and he put out some videos, and it's pretty crazy what has happened with this whole story. So on the other side of the break, we'll definitely get into Andrew Dawson and what may not have happened. I'm seeing Piney saying the cat is sprinting up and down his hallway right now. That thing is a monster. He just needs constructive play, Piney. Get you a string, tie something on the end that you don't mind destroyed, and wear that little fucker out, and he will stop, or she, whoever, will stop that. I will try to do some kitty posts if I can, Ian and Liz, if they show up in here. It's quite warm now in the room. They're closed in, and they're all three in there. When I left, I saw them all in their little curl. So it's quite doubtful they're going to be joining me this morning. seeking a warmer spot because I'm not that warm spot right now. It's kind of chilly in my room.
And it only gives about
But we
60
will
seconds. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I say we will do that for sure. Have some kitty cam if I can. And yeah, we are almost there. You are correct, sir.
And I hadn't dropped much in there.
There it is.
In the space lettuce, so I was just taking a quick look, and man, there's not a whole lot of really new stuff out there. All the good news stories you've already posted, not much for me to do.
Yeah, it was definitely. I noticed I was getting a lot more guitar effect feed, and new guitar was coming through, and things like that. I wasn't getting a lot of space lettuce. A few I did post, that was about it.
Looks like they're having to do a bit of damage control with this idea of the core having stopped spinning and then starting to spin in reverse. I've seen Michio Kaku making some statements, and beyond that, it's pretty quiet. And it's been pretty quiet here on the Ironworx, having Zack not be here with us this morning. He usually is quite the contributor, whereas I am not. But you never know, he may still drop in, and we do still have 3 more segments coming up, while this is just the very end of the first half of the Ironworx right here. Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. Stick around. We've got more on the other side. We'll be right back.
It's not that easy to pay the price if you can't see the promise. But all of us wouldn't mind paying the price if we could have a clear view of tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. If we had the high assurance with great probability of how it's going to work out, do you think we would hesitate to pay? The answer is no. But everybody hesitates to pay if the future isn't clear. But we can pay if we can see. My karate instructor said, Mr. Rohn, you cannot believe the incredible feeling of walking down any city street unafraid. I said, let's get on with the classes. Hey, I will sweat. I will put myself through the paces, right? What would we do for an extraordinary promise? Answer, the most unbelievable things. Would you crack the books? Would you burn the midnight oil? Would you engage in the extra thoughts and the extra disciplines if the promise was adequate? The answer is, of course. But who wants to read? Who wants to burn the midnight oil? Who wants to put themselves through the paces if the promise isn't clear? Important, price and promise.
Discover the extraordinary powers of intuitive healing with pain transmutation, a method of holistic healing for the human soul, body, mind, and emotions. If you are looking for answers and a deep understanding of how to help yourself and the people around you to live a happier, healthier life, this is the right place for you. Learn how to read your soul's history in the Akashic Records. Remove negative energy attachments from your astral body and start the process of inner and outer pain transmutation. Join Pain Transmutation Community to get started on the path of intuitive healing. Change your energetic state. Manifest new and exciting experiences. Re-energize your life and build inspiring connections with others in our community.
Hey everyone, it's Mark Sargent from Strange World, broadcasting live every Tuesday evening, 10 to 12 Eastern, 7 to 9 Pacific, right here on Truth Frequency Radio. Strange World covers a wide range of topics, from enclosed world theory to lunar waves to the end of the world in film. It's basically doomsday with a silver lining. With the audience as my co-host, we take an optimistic approach to all things conspiracy and promote confidence, hope, and humor whenever possible. If there's a topic you want us to cover or a guest you would like to see interviewed, please email me at msargent23@comcast.net. So please join me and tell your friends about Truth Frequency Radio, the leader in real radio programming, bringing you quality, cutting-edge broadcasts from around the world.
Initiating the truth frequency.
This is Truth Frequency Radio.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, "Fool me once, shame on you." If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Once you fall on anyone else,
Yeah, they fooled us all with your tricks, Steven. You're right, fuckers.
And welcome back to the Ironworks second half of the first half, kicking off right now. And I want to wish Charlie a happy third birthday. Lord's
Absolutely.
grandniece.
Happy Corporation Formation Day there, Charlie, as well as Liz's niece, who is, oh, wait, no, I'm sorry, to Liz's 14-year-old grandson today. Sorry, I'm confusing it all. Liz pointed, well, wait, hold on, let me go back. Where is it? Caleb was talking about magic and how it's always been his first love and a hobby and all that, and how, not knowing the trick was mentioned in the chat, just liking to watch. And I'm sorry, I'm going back. I've got something highlighted. I'm afraid if I scroll too far, the highlight's going to go away. So I'm trying to misquote everybody. Thank you very much, Walt. Big Pine Saving, that's who it was, saying he'd rather not know how it's done. And Caleb countering with, it is good to work out how it is done. Many magic tricks are performed on us without our knowledge. Indeed, sir. Indeed. I think that might be part of my love of magic early on, is kind of that memory I brought back with me of, yeah, there's lots of fucking tricks going on here. You better know them when you get ready, bitch. And so I started working early, reading the magic books that were way beyond my skill level, or reading or magic skill level, to figure all that shit out. I still want to be fooled. It's not like, oh, I want to go and ruin every trick out there and know it all. I don't want that ever. I want to know that they can fool me and trick the magician. Their skill set is that good. But all too many times, I do see the trick. I didn't see the trick in that 4-card deal that that guy was doing there. All right, so Liz has put this in chat that I didn't want to lose highlighted. She was saying a little earlier, according to Dave Murphy, for the last 5 years, we've been on a different internet. It used to be HTTP. Now it's HTTPS. Maybe that explains why there are much less search results. It kind of, there you go, Piney said it right there. I've heard the dead internet theory before. It seems pretty spot on. That seems like that could be part of that idea, But it also seems that, from what I remember, and I'm probably wrong because I'm not an internet guy, is it not just different versions of the same thing? Do you know, Josh, at all? I'm trying to find stuff and look it up too, but where's Paul? Paul will know, damn it.
Yeah, for some reason I thought it was all in the way that you set up your website and the security involved in
That's
getting
what
there.
I thought. It was all about how your address was set up. in the original way of something, and I knew it really didn't have two different places, that it was all the same place.
Yeah,
I
see,
thought,
they're
from what
getting
I
it in
remember
chat. Billy
back-
Zig, shout out to Billy Zig and our friends down under. And
What's
Darren, the S means secure. Billy Zig saying HTTPS just means it's a secure connection. Google demands an SSL certificate in order to rank your website.
There we go. That's kind of where I was trying to get, and I don't know the technical terms. Thank you so much, Billy. That it's all the same place, just different formats of the address. That's what I guess what I was trying to say. I didn't remember the security connection, but that makes 100% perfect sense. Now, that all being said, what's up, Travis? I see you there in chat. What's up,
Yes.
CB? I see you there.
Potassium, argon,
Dina.
carbon, all sorts of ways we date things around here. Definitely a dating stream. Yes.
But anyway, I believe that there's most. What's up, Ryonated? I see you there at 17, Joy. I'm just trying to play catch up while I'm rambling my thoughts about Voynich. What is up?
Big shout out to Dean HD with the Calvin and Hobbes reference. The scientific progress goes boink.
Yes, Dina. Nice. I'm reading. I should start reading chat. Okay, so. I mean, yeah. I could be talking to all kind of robots right now. You guys could be actors, I suppose. And,
I could be a deep fake viral video.
no.
You never know.
But not really, though. Here's why. Because as I learned magic early on, understanding the tricks that can be used upon us in a subconscious way, most likely, I also learned movie magic. And I say, when I learned movie magic, I knew who Lon Chaney was in like first grade, not junior, Lon Chaney, his dad, who was the original, who like, there are movies out there, The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, you can't even get a print of, like there's no print of it anymore. It's how old these movies were. And he was doing things with fucking like nothing, like rubber band and tape and freaking bad wax putty that you hardly could do any kind of real modeling with. No appliances, no fucking silicone, nothing that we use in modern day movie shit. And the guy pulled off some stuff, movie trickery, that was phenomenal. And then the directors doing in-camera trickery and forced perspective and the tricks that are used to fool you with that camera in those movies and those stories. I learned a lot about those as well growing up. And again, trying to be ready, I suppose, for whatever trickery they're going to throw at us. And that's why I say, like, you being a digitized thing, I would see it. And I know, oh, you wouldn't. I would. I do. I see. That's what I do. I sit and I watch it. And every time a bad video shot comes through or a badly rendered fucking AI thing, CGI thing, or a bad forced perspective, there's famous ones out there that you can see, bad movie mistakes. I see them. I've trained my eye to be aware of those things, just like I've trained my ear. Michelle and I was talking about this yesterday in relation to the music. I've been working so hard to figure out. She's like, why are you working on this solo over and over and over? You've got it. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't have it. I don't have the finesse. I don't have the unique little rakes, and I don't have the actual little vibrato right. And it's, but then you're just going to sound like him. Well, no, because then I can use those skill sets to make my own thing happen. And so I've trained my ear to listen minutely for those little subtle things that are different between these guitarists and those guitarists, this vocalist. So again, I guess it all comes back to a life of training discernment in myself so that I don't get tricked by the dead internet, I guess, or so I don't get tricked by a bunch of fucking robots I'm talking to on the fucking phone call here. I don't think it could be done. Not to me. And that's probably the best trick of all is they've got me so convinced that I can't be fooled, that I'm the easiest one to fool ever, most likely. Now, that being said, we know the algorithms are out there. We know they're fucking fucking with our channel weekly, if not daily. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. I see a lot of good stuff going through chat, and it's hard to talk and read at the same time. I'll stop reading. But I'll play catch up in a minute, I promise. Anyway, I think I'm just rambling at this point. The whole idea to me is just you've got to train that discernment muscle set. And it's not just physical. It's a whole lot of spiritual. There's a whole lot of emotional. There's a whole lot of energy work. And it's a whole lot of experience in life. Being exposed to potential trickery, being exposed to, for sure, trickery, being exposed to, subtleties that I really had to discern my way through. I don't know. I guess I was just either came here with that intent or was lucky enough to be exposed to the right kinds of people early on in life. Houdini was one of my heroes. Dude, every year, as soon as I had to write a book report, I wrote Houdini. Every fucking year, I wrote at least one or two Houdini reports. I don't know. I guess I'm rambling. I'll shut up for a little while here. But yeah, just discernment on all this stuff. And I don't think it could be that good yet. I've watched the deep fakes and they're cute, but it's still, there's mannerisms that don't hold up. And that's part of it too, is reading people, sitting at the mall, watching people watching, that I used to spend hours doing while I would be there working at the arcade. Yeah, just that whole thing again, learning people, learning their reaction. It's kind of part of this story that I wanted to get to that I guess we probably don't have time. Yeah, we might have time. It's a little bit of that in the story that I want to talk to you guys about, this discerning people's intent, discerning people's mannerisms, discerning people's just body language. I'm talking a lot and I don't have something to drink, so I'm going to let you talk a minute. I'm going to grab my coffee apparently I didn't bring from the other room. Oh, no, there it is. Oh, Lord. All right, I got it.
Sorry, I am here. I was just trying to get stuff set up for once we get into the space lettuce. The funny thing is I've got everything set up for 3 folks. I just don't have it set up for 2.
It happens.
It do happen.
I'm just trying to play catch up here on the and I'm doing it again. I'm sorry. I'm just reading everybody's little comments, and it's a lot, and I don't want to read it out loud and get all sidetracked again on a rant on this same topic. Basically, discernment. Flex that muscle. Use it. Practice using it. Like, go into situations where you have to use it to figure out shit. There's even like games out there that are really good for it, like those little hidden room games or whatever. I used to play quite a few of those early on when that was kind of all there really was, I guess. But discernment.
Discernment.
Mm-hmm.
It really is key. It's a muscle that needs to be flexed, and it's one of those things that needs to constantly be questioned. Can you discern whether or not you are discerning? Or do you just blindly accept things for one reason or another? You can blindly reject things as easily as you blindly accept things. A hand-wave dismissal is no argument. And the converse is true, too. I don't think that blind acceptance is any kind of intellectual honesty behind it. Big shout out to Enlightened Dawn as well.
Dawn! What's up, Dawn? I see you, lady. Sorry. I was altering my flow. So, over there on the TikToks. Goodness, I'm sorry. Damn it, I closed too many tabs. I knew I was going to do that because I ain't got too many open. Hold on. This is also, if you guys, never mind, you don't want to know about my problems. I'll just tell you this. Living in Living in Sugarville, Louisiana that I live in is really really struggle. The grinding thing is coming to an end. But what that means is they're burning off all the insides of those smokestacks over there and all the boilers and all the stuff. So all the crap is now getting burned off. And it basically smells like rotten eggs all the time now for the last 3 days straight. That's just everything smells like rotten eggs. Anyway, I'll stop bitching. Okay, so Andrew Dawson started a TikTok account back in July of 2021. He posted, normal shit that people on TikTok post. Now, okay, that's part of this whole thing for me right there. He spent his time videoing himself, taking pictures of himself, interesting photos I've seen. I went back to kind of look because I wanted to kind of get a mental image of this guy. There's some shots, maybe he'd gotten some new tattoo work done. So there was some like pictures where he's sitting on the counter kind of nudes, showing his ass and back area. There's just, a lot of I'm a guy who thinks I look good. I'm next to my hot car that's really a fast, sporty car. There's a lot of this modern, I'm going to fill the hole in my spirit and my soul with this fake world of I'm a model or I'm a star on this video thing. I don't know. I don't understand the whole appeal. I've never been a selfie person. I've never been that person who thought I was super stud or any of that. So I don't get that mentality. But obviously from his feed, he did. He thought he was quite the handsome guy, muscular, stutty, and bowed up in a lot of photos. As progression went along, there's a lady that shows up in the mix. She has some kids. They seem to be having a life together, and it seems to be like a good, happy time life, fun and worth sharing, I suppose. But I'm not one of those people who lives my life on Facebook like my brother-in-law does, who has to pout about everything and whine to the world on Facebook. And anyway, so that whole thing, the whole TikTok life mentality, I'm a whatever Instagrammer, and I've got all these pictures of me and myself. And here's me. That whole thing to me already reeks of a sickness that's been instilled in people through this fucking world of media that I'm sitting here being a part of. Hello, show. Anyway. So on his TikTok, as I said, normal stuff. Girlfriend, dog, goofing around, cutting up. Lives in a mountainous area, lots of snowy scenes. In April of 2022, though, he posted a different kind of video. It's a video of him and his buddy driving down this mountainous road, and he sees something. I'm trying to get to the video so I can show it to you guys. He sees something on a mountaintop. And he tries to get his friend to pull over, and he's like, dude, there's something up there. And it looks like a big, dark shape at the crest of this mountain. He's got the image zoomed in, and it's really hard to see. I'm trying to show you hard as I can here, I promise. It's just taking me a minute because I don't have things ready. All right, here we go. If you're not watching the video, I'll show this later on our YouTube show that you can watch it on. And I'm not going to play sound because I don't want to get AJ mad at me here. I'm just using his footage because he's got it stabilized and sharpened. I've seen it stabilized but not sharpened yet. So here in the middle video, if you want to watch, the middle thing where it says, it's a giant. No, it's not. That's like the conversation they were having, him and his buddy in the truck, while he's got this camera, which looks like a cell phone camera, zoomed in to the mountaintop in a moving vehicle. So it's hard to keep it stabilized. The zoomed and stabilized image, though, to me, the sharpened one, seems to have some atmospheric things going on that we as flat earthers would appreciate greatly, that most normies would not appreciate. If you look at the one on the right, I think you'll see what I'm talking about. You see the atmospheric thing happening about where his quote-unquote hands would be, his waist, I guess you would say, is. There's like this atmospheric bending almost. Perhaps, sorry, AJ. Perhaps caused by something in the distance, maybe, behind. whatever this object is. Now, at no time in this video does this object walk or seem to take a step, or the legs seem to coalesce into actually being two separate things there. It's like we're a giant walking around on a mountaintop. It ever actually seems to move. It actually just seems to sit there. Anyway, so he put this video up, and it blew up. His little YouTube, this little TikTok blew up. It, stop sharing. He got like 1 million views. Well, the next day he went back out there and tried to take some more video of the same area, trying to get it like stabilized on the side of his truck window and mirror, and showing that whatever this was no longer on that same area of the mountain peak. So some stuff has come out since all this that it might be a tower. People have found towers and some of the Google Earth stuff right there in that same area. I don't know. Atmospherically, a tower seems like it would do some whole different stuff to me. But again, refraction and etc. could have been a tower. But the next day, seemingly in the same area at the same angle, that's not there. That object no longer is visible, I should say. Not that it's not there. It's just no longer visible there. And so what I'm thinking just visually is that there may be a radio tower past the peak of the mountain that we're seeing in the foreground. And behind that mountain, if you can kind of look, there's a grayish little bumpy area that looks like another mountain ridge in the distance that's been atmospherically thrown up that we can see behind this mountain ridge. And so if that other mountain ridge has been thrown up back there that we can now see by the atmosphere doing the things that atmospheric lensing does, then that could very well be a tower. The point at the top point area has been put up high enough to now be visible, but it's weird at the bottom because of that atmospheric lensing that we're talking about. How much time do we have? Okay, so he puts this video up while it blows up. The next day he goes back out there and tries to get a better stabilized video. He doesn't see anything, and this isn't visible. In the video, he says he talked to some locals. Now, this is all the next day, but he's talked to some locals who've told him that, yeah, things are in the mountain and they disappear a lot, Sasquatch and shit like that. Okay, so he had time in 24 hours to go canvass the locals there. And then he says, in this next video he posts, he says, I got stopped going down a road that one of the locals told me to go down to get a better view of this ridge by a CIA guy. He's in Canada, by the way. By a CIA guy who told me to turn around and there was some kind of environmental thing and I couldn't go down this road, which was a public road in a park area, public park area. So he says the next day he was going to go back with a camera and video this guy if that guy was still there. On his way to video the next day to check out if the guy was there or not, he caught some interesting things again. He caught what appeared to be some type of UFO activity over the mountain. And it seemed to me, upon looking, that it's simply an airplane that is going away or coming towards him in the video. Again, this is just what I see. I'm showing it now. I'll show it later. Okay. Oh, what did I do? Damn it. I did bad. There we go. So if you've ever filmed a contrail, God damn it, Walter. If you've ever filmed a contrail in the sky, you know what I'm talking about. This plane is coming towards him. It had a little brief burst of stuff. Oh, well, contrails last a long time. Not always. I see tiny ones all the time, and they look pretty much like this. And if you look at this image on the right, the stabilized image, you can see the wings of the plane. And they're there. You see the wings. So to me, this is not a UFO any longer. It's a IFO. It has been identified. For me, on that same trip, he videos what appears to be some helicopters carrying things out of the mountains. Well, there's a thing called helicopter logging, and they literally rip trees up out of the fucking ground with helicopters. that thing in the middle looks like a tree root system hanging at the bottom of a tree to me, being carried by a plane. I mean, a helicopter. I've watched helicopter logging before, so, and videos. So I know that's pretty much what this is. And in Canada, it's something that gets done a lot. Well, I'm breaking this thing apart for you guys, aren't I? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to break it all so early. But the discernment thing is what this kind of is all about to me. So fast forward, he goes down the dark road, and that night, that same night of the helicopters, and some dude does stop and say, hey, turn around. The guy seems to be in a Camaro. We don't see the license plate. He throws the camera down on the seat, so we don't really see the guy. Guy tells him to leave, but he doesn't tell him in a very official way. In fact, he tells him in a very much like, hey, guy, come on, just leave kind of way. Like somebody that would be your buddy that you would have making a video with you would talk. It didn't really sound official in any way, and it definitely didn't sound like the voice. You know the voice that the detective has when he visits you at the store, or the detective or the cop has when you realize you sold to the wrong guy. That voice of authority, and you know you've been fucked over. No, that voice wasn't there at all. It just sounded like some dude trying to talk to some other guy in a general hey guy way. Anyway, fast forward. All of a sudden, he doesn't post for a few weeks. Oh, I knew that was coming.
Damn, I didn't.
Continued on the other side of the phone.
I had no friggin' clue. I was just in rapt awe of your story. Anyway, stick around. We've got the rest of that and a whole lot more. Right after these briefest of messages, we'll let Chris Gio pay some bills. And we'll keep pouring coffee on our brains. We'll be right back.
This is iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio makes you want to move. When you have a great melody, a song lasts forever.
Instantly connected.
I love it when the beat goes.
Did you know you can listen to Truth Frequency Radio on iHeartRadio? Just download the app to your smart car, smartphone, or smart TV and get the best of TFR wherever you are.
iHeartRadio.
I'll see you there.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7 with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
Do you think that General Patton was woke? I don't think so. What do you think, Mike? Mike, was he woke? I don't think so. I don't think he was too woke. Woke. You know what woke means? It means you're a loser. Woke. Everything woke turns to shit. This is a sick culture, and our country's a disaster, and it's going to die before your very eyes. Women's soccer team was supposed to easily win, but they went woke. The one with the purple hair, she didn't play too well. She went woke. Take a look, everything goes bad, but it's true about woke. Do you think that General Patton was woke? It's crazy. I've never seen anything so stupid in my life. Woke. You know what woke means? It means you're a loser. Woke. Everything woke turns to shit. Our country was so respected. Nobody was going to mess with us. And then this clown, he got in office, sort of like the captain of a ship. Let's jump off first before the passengers. I'm getting the hell out of here. I could just see this. The leadership of the Taliban standing there. Somebody walking up. Sir, the soldiers have left. It's crazy. I've never seen anything so stupid in my life. Woke. You know what woke means? It means you're a loser. Woke. Everything woke turns to shit. You know what? I believe totally in your freedoms. I do. Free, you gotta do what you have to do. But I recommend take the vaccines. I did it. It's good. Take the vaccines. But you got, no, that's okay. That's all right. You got your freedoms. But I happen to take the vaccine. It's crazy. I've never seen anything so stupid in my life. Woke. You know what woke means? It means you're a loser. Woke. Everything woke turns to shit.
This is Truth Frequency Radio.
The wicked ones obviously under heavy Masonic influence.
Good morning. I'm here. Wake up.
Wake up!
Wake up. Wake up.
Wake up! What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet.
Tell me things, Internet. The Earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Okay, dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there. There was one? There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard.
Hi, this is Alan. I like Ironworx because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love Ironworx with Josh, Walt and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that Ironworx with Josh, Walt and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the Ironworks on TFR.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Iron Realm Media is the best on the plane. To the show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to the Ironworks with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the Ironworks and become an Iron Scout.
And welcome back to the first half of the second half of the Ironworks right here on Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. Josh and Walt, we are still sans Zachary this morning. So he must be getting some of that good sleep.
He must be getting that good sleep in. Yeah, shit. Trying to think, did I play with Zack? Was that yesterday? I don't think I did. No, that wasn't yesterday. Never mind. So I didn't do it. I didn't keep him up.
Weren't me. I didn't do it either.
All right. So welcome back. We were talking about Mr. Andrew Dawson. So up till now, as you've heard with me discussing this, I had quite the discerning eye as this all was unfolding, because this was not, when I watched AJ's, the Y-Files version of the story, was not my first exposure to it. I had watched all these little videos from different places, the original version, not stabilized, some stabilized versions, some better stabilized version, sharpened, etc. And so I kind of, really been paying attention to a lot of the pieces, the UFO, the crazy helicopters. What are they carrying? Is that a giant? Not a fucking giant. And so in the midst of all of this, I've seen the photos, and I've seen, the videos a few times. And so suddenly this video appeared that I'm about to share with you. And this one threw a wrench in my little breakdown at that point because of a few little details that I noticed. Number one, when Andrew made his previous videos, the shaky cam was mentioned, as we talked about there, trying to get a stabilized view on the truck for the mountain ridge. Sounded like there was part of the story we skipped. Oh, we did. Okay, so he met up with a guy on the hill, on the dirt road that told him to turn around twice, he said. Once not filmed, once filmed. And the one that was filmed, we see a red, what looks like a Charger. The next video he puts up is titled something like Being Stalked. And it's him going to look out a window, seeing that red car out in front of his house, going to the front door, opening the front door, and as he's walking out the front door, that red car takes off into the distance. And it's the same car, there's no doubt. Same same tail light area, shape of the back end. I watched it back and forth. It's the same vehicle. So to me, it still smacked of a friend helping him make some good content and suddenly getting him blown up on TikTok. Now, at that point when I had these thoughts, I didn't understand that his TikTok had actually been, quote unquote, blowing up prior to all of this. He had some videos that had approached 1 million, easily up into the 800, 900,000s, before all of this giant stuff. And as I said, before now, none of his videos had any kind of like conspiracy bent to them at all. None of his posts on Facebook. He's even got a YouTube channel. I didn't find out about it until this morning, and looking at it, general stuff, nothing conspiracy related. So if you were going to, so if you've got something that's working, your family cute life is working, and it's getting you almost 1 million views, would you suddenly take this left turn and make this weird, scripted, conspiracy-driven video and put it out there to try to increase your views? Would that make sense? Because it's totally a left turn, no signal given, nothing to do with anything that apparently your viewers liked up till now. And once you've gotten caught up into the whole I'm doing this for views thing, and you really are making some serious $4,000 and $5,000 a month at this, it can change your mindset about it. It even worked that way for the guy whose video I'm using right now. I've been watching AJ's videos for a while now, since he started doing the Y-Files format. And then suddenly I saw he was doing a live presentation one day. And I had developed a kind of an idea about who he was through the videos he presented, that he would be a guy who wouldn't, be afraid to kind of step on a toe or two. Turns out he ain't stepping on no toes, because he's got some good YouTube money coming in, and he ain't going to shake the fucking boat. He ain't going to ruffle no feathers. Because in that live feed, we were all sending him suggestions about stuff to cover. Flat Earth, Tartaria, lots of stuff. Giants, lots of things. And a lot of them, he was like, yeah, guys, I've looked. I don't want to mess up my videos and my channel, my stream and all that, my flow. And so, yeah, he's worried about that money and that income. And he's not going to do something that might shake that up. So that seems to be, anytime you look at a YouTube, like how to make it work thing, that seems to be the thing. You find your niche, you stick with it. You don't find your niche and then take a fucking 180 turn and start completely doing something that may or may not work, may alienate everybody who was watching you. Anyway. So he's put all this crazy shit out. Somebody's in front of his house. They pull off. He doesn't post for a few weeks. Lots of conspiracy people on his feed. Oh, is he dead? Did he disappear? The next post is one titled Official Update. And I'm going to play it for you here, and I'm going to play the audio. And the first thing I noticed about this video is he is posing against a wall with his hands in his pocket in a very unnatural position. Whereas all his videos prior to this was either handheld or someone else handheld and hand holding the camera for him, cutting up in a fun, playful way. He even was using the side of his truck trying to stabilize a shot. And this shot is tripod. There is no doubt this is a stable tripod shot. And it's a different phone. It's a totally different aspect ratio to this video than the ones he's posted for this. So it is a different phone recording these videos, or this video as well. So here it is. Sorry, the sound. There we go.
Hey guys, I just want to give you an update. I'm not dead. I have not disappeared. I've just been busy with life. I couldn't get around to posting and updating you guys, so now I'm going to give you an official update of what's been going on. Sorry to disappoint you guys, but all the videos that I posted were scripted. They're just fake. They were just strictly for entertainment. I'm sorry to disappoint you guys. I just needed to give you a quick update.
Not suspicious at all. Andrew is leaning up.
Okay. So, as AJ is about to point out, he is leaning up against the wall. He's totally out of character. And he keeps glancing off to the left side there as though looking at someone else in the room while he's saying the part about this being scripted and shit like that. And so, again, totally out of character, totally uncomfortable looking, and a different setup to the camera. It is not him holding it, it's tripod. Weird, really weird. And then, a fucking like day later, he posts this.
Andrew himself.
You might not see me post ever again. My videos weren't fake.
For the caption of.
And that's it. That was the video. He said, my videos weren't fake. They weren't fake. And that's it. That is his last conspiracy post there on his TikTok account. He does continue posting on his Facebook account for a few days after this. More general, like girlfriend, dog, kid videos. And that does go on for a few days there on Facebook until, let me see what day it was. It's taking a minute to process the page. I apologize. I just want to give you the wrong date. Until July 1st of 2022, at which point the Campbell River Mirror posted Andrew Ryan Watchorn Dawson's obituary. Yeah. And it looks like, from what people have gathered that have been able to source information from close to the family, he took his own life, is what is being said there in that area surrounding Mr. Dawson. So, what the fuck? That's kind of where I'm at this point. I really don't know. Thought I had it figured out until that realization of the different phone. That one really threw me. The phone and the tripod, when that clicked in my head, like, wait, that's tripod and that's a different aspect. That's when it all went kind of left for me. And I went, okay, if he's doing this, he's really got this thought out. You know, like if he's a secret director that's got this idea of making movies and being an actor, dude, he held that shit in his pocket, because nothing before this was that tricky or that well done or any of that. And then he's gone. So I throw it to you guys there in the chat and here with me on the call. What the fuck?
Well, I see someone who's really been kind of following along, trying to stay caught up, which is Ispy Nasalies. They're in chat. Big shout out, Candy. Long time no see. Good to see you.
What is up, Candy?
That could also be pronounced I Spy NASA Lies.
That's Ispy Nasalies. What is she saying? Because I was not following.
Well, she even said that his girlfriend had posted a couple videos and saying, you know, oh, well, it was all done for entertainment and he was depressed, yada, yada, yada.
See, that must be recent and new, because this is all days ago, and then AJ's video went up last night. So I wasn't even going to talk about it until we got on the show later tonight, and then we could show videos. And then I realized we'd have the mask is there, and it would, wouldn't really fit the whole situation. And then, like I said, once I watched AJ's video and he threw some things in it. Now, there are things that I haven't gotten to yet in the video because we had to go live and I couldn't finish the video. And usually AJ wraps things up with a nice bow. And so once I get that wrap up after this show, I will fill you guys in on where his conclusions lie. Or I'll just link you his video and you'll know by then, because you really should be watching the White Files. If you're not, Hecklefish is my spirit animal. Chilster Lowe said he got a new phone off the money he was making. Yeah, I thought about that. That he got a new phone. I thought that one. Yeah. As far as the suicide in the back question, I don't know. Seeking Star Water. Do not know. Yeah, there is an obit. I will, on Andrew, not AJ. I'll send you the obit on Andrew Dawson. Oh, here it is. The obit. We are talking about Andrew Dawson there, Hulk. If you want to hear the rest of the story, you'll have to rewind or go check out that video I'm about to drop. Wow, there is AJ and Hecklefish discussing the very topic of which we are discussing.
I want to give a big shout out to Tom Nixon over there in Rockfin with the
I was about
$5
to
chat.
drop it in the Rockfin.
Many thank yous, sir.
Thank you for that, Tom.
I think it's
Absolutely,
actually got an A in there if you're from Boston. It's Tom. That's how you pronounce it. Tom. Yeah. Tom from Boston.
We love you too, my friend. I love those. Thank you for my dose of iron. I love you, dudes, and I love all the dudes who love you, dudes. That's great, man. Thank you. I'll drink that one. Sure. Ooh. Now what is going on? I blew my wad. I got nothing else.
And too much information.
There's some stories that were interesting and funny, I thought.
There definitely were. The one I saw was still, I don't even know how to approach this. And this was...
Wait, tell me which one this is.
This is the millennial story.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll find it. Check it out.
Because it's one of those that just kind of, I don't know. I just don't know how to do it. So the story is, the headline reads as a question, why are millennials having so many strokes? Why all of a sudden, out of the clear blue, over the last couple years?
Apropos of nothing.
I just don't get it. This seems to be a mystery. No, not a mystery, actually. Childhood obesity, 'tis the answer. Or at least maybe the biggest contributor to early stroke. This is coming from Big Think. Ironic. BigThink.com. Oh, and it's one of those, you can listen to this article. But basically, that's what they're saying. It's childhood obesity. The question is, I really wonder, is what was the largest contributor to childhood obesity? And how many degrees of separation can we get from the same people that provided the medication over the last couple of years? And how many degrees of separation can we find between them and the same people that have switched all the baby formula over to high fructose corn syrup? And how we've absolutely destroyed the nutrition in our food and destroyed our health and nutrition as human beings through this fake-ass, nasty-ass thing they want to try to call a diet and a food pyramid with nonsense. But now all of a sudden they're saying, no. This is definitely childhood obesity. And we're not going to mention anything else. Childhood obesity is particularly noxious in regard to early stroke, and millennials were the first generation to truly be affected by this alarming trend. The rate of childhood obesity more than tripled from 5% in 1978 to 18.5% in 2016, leaving many more children burdened by associated conditions such as diabetes and hypertension, which can lead to stroke. And since I'm getting exhausted just reading this, perhaps I'll sit down and have a few sodas. Have some pop and see how that works. Maybe that'll help. Can't be that bad for you. Look how much they sell. But there is good news. Thanks to improved medical care, stroke fatality rates have fallen significantly between 1975 and 2019. About 65% for hemorrhagic stroke caused by a burst blood vessel, and 80% for ischemic strokes caused by a blood vessel blockage. And with greater brain plasticity, young people are more apt to recover. Still, strokes can leave millennials with long-lasting complications, such as occasional seizures, incontinence, cognitive impairment, hindered speech, diminished muscle control, not to mention a sharply elevated risk of future stroke. Increased stroke isn't the only health issue that millennials are contending with. The rates of many cancers, especially those tied to poor diet, are rising for people under age 50. And the best solution is diet and exercise, and maybe just avoiding any and all petrochemical companies and the companies that are associated. There it is. Real big question. Why? Just why are so many millennials having strokes? Or why are millennials having so many strokes? Jesus, I think I've had a stroke this morning. And I didn't even get it. Nor do I drink a lot of soda. But we do have more space lettuce.
So we had so many fat kids in the 80s that
right.
What's his name? The guy, the Weird Al did. Weird Al made a video called Bad with a big fat guy in it. Because, you know, everybody was eating a lot of fat food and everybody was walking around the beach hanging out of their fucking stuff. And that was in the 80s. It was already an epidemic then. We started supersizing and yeah, the world of shitty food didn't just start in 2023 or 2022 or even 2021. It didn't start in 2020. It fucking didn't start in 2019. You know, it started in 2019, 2020. I know. I know. Tried to give you guys a little, it's a kitty. It's a baby kitty for y'all, but she was very weird today.
See what else we got going on in this pile here.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back to the old pile. The old pile. So yeah, I didn't see the original video here of this, and I don't really know anything about this. I just know that apparently now in Republic of Congo, the Democratic Republic of Congo, they've apparently discovered vibranium. So in the video, which I haven't actually seen, I'll show you the picture.
And that looks very VFX. I'm looking at it and I see video editing. I see a composite.
Right. I'm going to show you. You've got a video? Because
I'm not looking at the video. No.
All right. I'm going to look at the video. Oh, are you? I mean, has anyone here ever welded? Okay.
That's what it looks like. It looks like he's got a stick on the underside of that other rock.
Well, I had not seen the video I just showed you. All I had seen is this image of this guy who takes one of the rocks and connects two ends of wired diode together, and they light up. When he does, as though the stone is charged. Well, there's a little device out there in the world of magic. It's a little LED light that you play with at your fingertips. And with the right skill set of manipulation and flashing it on and off, you can do some quite amazing little tricks with it. In fact, why not show you? Hold on.
I love that they just happened to have that LED wired up and ready to go. That was real convenient. Well, we were just digging, found this rock, so I busted out my camera so we could take some video, and I just happened to have in my pocket an LED with a couple of leads on it. And luckily, it's an LED that's going to accept this exact electrical load. I'm not going to need any resistors. I'm not going to need any transformers. I'm not going to need anything. I can just stick the wires right on here, and it's going to light up this LED perfectly. What a coincidence. Thanks. Sorry, I need to... It's magic.
It's magic. I'm not going to spoil the trick for you guys. I'll let you figure it out. Because he's about to spoil it. I've seen this video. But anyway, yeah. So that idea, is very, okay, well, why would they do that? Why would they come up with this trick in the Congo to trick people? Why do people pay folks to spin fucking leaves at the equator?
Why do people dig holes in the Amazon? Big giant pools, underground pools in the jungle. Or is it all fake? Find out that and more right after these briefest of messages. Right here, Truth Frequency Radio.
Self-motivation. You got to motivate yourself. I found out you can't change people. They can change themselves, but you can't change them. People have to change themselves. Good people are not trained, they're found. So you got to find the right people. That's the key to getting a good job done. One of the major things we learn in management, lesson 1, don't send your ducks to Eagle School. Because it won't help. I mean, I'm telling you, it won't help, no matter how good your school is. And the little eagle badge and little eagle hat, I'm telling you, it won't help. It won't help. You can tell whether your school's done any good, right? When it's over, right? The duck goes for his first rabbit and makes him a friend. You say, no, no, no. So it takes self-motivation to really alter your life. And you don't want to give self-motivation away to somebody else and make it somebody else motivating you. The guy says, boy, if somebody just come by and turn me on. What if they don't show up, right? See, you got to have a better plan for your life.
The reviews for Extendivite are amazing. Here are some from Amazon. By Christine, great for heart palpitations. By Ann, before I started using this product, every afternoon, my ankles and my hands would be swollen. That doesn't happen anymore. So if that part of their advertising is true, I have to assume that the rest of it is also. Not to mention that when I had my yearly blood test, only a few weeks after beginning to use this product, my cholesterol had dropped over 30 points. I'm going to continue to take it. By Croc, I love this product. It really works. By Brad, works great, thank you. Tell us your story. Get your Extendivite today. To order, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822 or visit heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendivite.
We exist in the security and comfort of our worlds. Paved paths, lights, and manicured lawns give us peace of mind that our world has been tamed, and we are its master. But other worlds exist on the edge of our sight. On the edge of our awareness, the shadows move. The woods is filled with the unblinking eyes of the nightmares our ancestors warned us about. Some of us have stumbled into these forgotten realms, whether on purpose or completely by surprise. I'm Brent Thomas. Join us on the Paranormal Portal Friday and Saturday nights from 10 p.m. to midnight Pacific Standard Time as we journey into the world of the paranormal phenomena.
answer the paranormal portal if you dare.
You are now tuned into the truth frequency.
Your protection from deception.
TFR.
Truth Frequency Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Jones here. You're listening to Iron Realm Media. I listen all the time, and it's the best truth show out there. Forget about the mainstream lying. Get your weekly dose of iron. Realm, that is. Stay woke, folks.
I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson, bitch.
Allegedly.
Bitch.
Yeah, bitch.
So Ipsy fussed at me until I looked. Sorry, Candy. I'm never on Twitter anymore. We all left there a long time ago. Never to return. I tried to hang on over there as hard as I could. I think Robert Page is pretty much the last hardcore that I know about anyway, over there doing the hard stuff. Speaking of, I haven't seen old Roberto here in a minute. So, Candy has sent... Oh, man, did I stop sharing it? There we go. Candy has sent some stuff. Here's a photo. Here's another one. Here's a video.
Okay, so this is not the sun or the moon. I can't zoom in any closer to the whatever it is during a video, but I did get a picture of it very zoomed in. It just went behind the clouds. God damn it. The light source from the sun is underneath. Just kidding. So the light source from the sun is down here.
Oh, no shit.
That's
what I was wanting to
that
see.
just went behind the clouds. It's not the sun or the moon. I have no idea what it is, but there's definitely two lights up there. You see that? One's like a blue light up there on the top, and then the yellow from the sun on the bottom. And it is 8:25 in the morning, so the sun is definitely not that high in the sky. It's obviously either the cloud, I don't know, the clouds are moving fast or the object is moving fast, but that, what is that?
And so that's crazy. And here's another picture. And apparently this is the
So I'm
layout.
doing this screen recording because I just searched for the moon in the sky, okay, and it says it's right here, right now. Move this out of the way. I'm gonna search for the sun, so you can see that they are not together in the sky. Do you see this? I have to move over here.
I love this. This is awesome.
And the sun is here.
Fucking
Okay.
crazy.
But the object that I just showed And my camera is over here where the sun is. Nowhere near where the moon is. So what in the world is it? It says Mercury is right by the sun. Well, isn't that weird? I'm just going to leave my comments out of this. So
And I'm assuming this is a close-up you took of the object? Since it's in the same group of shit?
Weird as all shit. I got nothing.
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
So that don't look like the moon.
Mm-mm.
So is this the second sun that Candy has caught? I don't think it's Mercury. I don't know. It could be Mercury, but to me, Mercury is millions and millions and millions over there somewhere else that we got to go to and visit, like we do the other ponds, the other ponds. So what the fuck is that? Second sun. One of the second suns, I'm thinking. So for those of you on the radio, enjoy the pleasant bird song, the quiet January morning, as we look at the sky and hope to see the second sun. I don't think we are going to see it again, no. It's pretty cloudy. Wow. Second sun.
there it is. The moon
If I
is
remember
definitely
right,
not solid white or solid any color. Whatever that is, it's right next to the sun. And it's solid white or some color close to white.
my cat is fascinated by these videos, if you hadn't noticed.
I am too, for what it's worth.
It's very weird.
Look at her.
Because even when I take my sunglasses off, like my sunglasses are polarized, so of course it looks different when I look at anything like the sun or whatever. But it looks very strange without sunglasses. You know, the moon kind of looks like grayish. This is definitely no gray to it. It is one solid color, and it looks almost fake. It looks cartoon.
Oh, was there another video maybe after that one too? Shit. Yeah, but it's real quick. Same thing. All right. Hot diggity dog. All right, we'll show these this afternoon. Wow, what the fuck? Hold up. That's nuts. It's pretty nuts. I'm very familiar with lens flares. That's not how a lens flare acts. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Candy, for freaking me out this morning. We're going to show those this afternoon in a better format.
By better format, I'll be meaning no radio listeners.
No radio listeners to worry about, right? Be here this afternoon, Piney. Not only will we be showing the amazing video that Candy just featured, but we're going to have my friend Damascus Eternal Eye and his wife Catalyst and their son. At least one of them, perhaps both of them, will be there. I mean, they'll both be there, but whether they'll both participate is the question. But yeah, that's pretty nuts, Candy. I remember it was at Danny from Orlando or Daytona. Danny from Daytona's videos of multiple suns in the sky, and it was during a very windy, cloudy day, very similar to the sky you were just showing us. And that was when he caught at least two other suns, not just one other sun, but at least three objects that seemed very sun-like, very similar to what you just captured. Not bright, not the moon, not the sun, but some other shit next to the sun. I had reached out to him 1,000 years ago to have him come on and never did hear back. So I wonder what he's doing these days. But definitely keeping your eye on the sky is the key. If you're watching your phone, you're not going to catch stuff like that. And if you're not aware of, that's the key. I know I spent a lot more time with my face in the sky at the beginning of all this when I was still out there trying to work it out for myself. Once I realized I wasn't going to be the one to figure it out with my little Tab 4 video camera, it made life a whole lot easier. Turning it over to you P9000 people.
Right. Yeah, but we made some pretty amazing strides.
Yep.
To and fro.
I'm just reading everybody's comments about it. Axel has a pick like that one. You need what was that I just saw? Damn it, it's gone. I scrolled too fast. It could be a certain time of year thing, angle thing, Thunder Chicken saying. Oh, the disc not being spherical, Daz noticed. I didn't. I was too busy with the cat in front of me being entertained by the videos. She definitely was entertained. Oh, yeah, I see that, Daz. I'm looking at the... Yeah, it's pretty crazy. You know, this picture reminds me of that video. Oh, I didn't share. What did I do? Hello, what is going on? Share screen. There you go. That was weird. This video reminds me of... Do you remember the video that was circulating of alleged Antarctica footage? And it seemed to be people in a cave launching the moon?
That does not sound familiar. You said launching the moon.
Yeah. Anybody in chat? Y'all don't remember that video? It seemed to be, like I said, some Antarctica footage, and there was something about a cave, and the moon was in the cave, and they were getting it ready to go. Something like that is in my mind what I'm seeing. Maybe not. Maybe it was actually them walking down this long, weird thing first, and then they get to the cave, and the moon is in the cave. Come on, guys, help me here. Y'all got to remember that.
That like almost sounds familiar, but not.
I would not be able to find it, obviously, if I did a search for it on YouTube, but someone in chat probably remembers what I'm talking about. I know James would. James, the OG, would. I bet you. I'm the remembers. Thank you, I'm the. Thank you. I saw it. Thank you. Come on, man. Dawn, Starwater, y'all don't remember that? Ah, damn it. I bet Lucas remembers it. Seems like I remember discussing it with him as well quite a bit. Who knows where it's at now, in the buried world. It most likely is somewhere on the FE clock app. But
go check my MySpace. HTTP MySpace.
http.myspace.net. I know. I can't believe you guys don't remember that one. That was some crazy shit. I want to find it. What now? I'm going to type it in.
Yeah, it's not ringing a single dang bell.
I didn't even have to type it all up.
Oh, look at how clueless I am.
But it didn't.
It didn't
give me anything. It just it popped up like a finished thing, and I just hit that to complete it. I didn't have to type it all out.
Thanks, Google.
Huh. Interesting that it completed it with no
corresponding results. Ain't that some shit? Hey, Google, you ever heard of that one moon cave? Oh, you mean the moon cave in Antarctica? Yeah, that's the one. Nope, never heard of it.
That one, yeah. No,
never heard of it. Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's not here. I'm not finding it anywhere. I know that's a shocker. Maybe if I'd have put HTTPSD, I don't know.
Nope, I think it's all about the pinky.
Why would THC stop dreams? Well, I've often wondered about that as well. And I begin to believe that perhaps some of what we're experiencing in our dream life is given to us from outside sources. I don't know if those sources are necessarily technological in nature. I believe those sources could be very spiritual in nature. But I know they come to me in my dream time and present, quite the battle sometimes. And so the fact that those battles take place in a place that we're given to be this peaceful upgrade during the night, to download some kind of information and to clear the slates for tomorrow's bullshit and all that, doesn't always ring true. And even though I've learned to make my way around those realms and deal with those fucking demons and descend their asses pretty quickly, not everybody does. And a lot of people get in those places and are quite fearful. And that fear is what they suck on for their life. And so the fact that THC interrupts the mind control shit consciously, i.e. the waves they beam into our fucking world all day, every day, I don't doubt that those same THC molecules interfere with those beamed, quote unquote, dreams, fantasies to keep you driving at some shit that means absolutely nothing. Fear, mostly a lot of fear, a lot of nightmare-driven shit in that world sometimes. So I think that's part of it, Daz, because I've often wondered that too. How can something so beneficial keep me from doing something I thought I needed to do?
Well, https://www.callback.com. It's all about the discernment, I think. I think because the THC is such a deprogrammer, right? It allows for that discernment, and it allows for your brain to sort of operate on those different levels. And calculate all that information and make an informed decision much better using sort of that subconscious information and tapping into that subconscious power to allow that sort of duality there of the conscious and unconscious interpretation of your reality and the data that's coming into your brain, that it just doesn't require, I think, as much dream time to process all that information because you're able to do it there live as it happens. And then I think even Chilster Deluxe might have hit it a little on the head too. I've noticed, especially with a good nerdle, that sometimes it's just such a deep sleep that, you know, it probably happens, but I'm so far inside such a deep brainwave, deep sleep that I don't remember it. Like, I don't doubt that I have dreams. I just think I'm sleeping so heavily that I have no reason to remember them when I wake up. Coupled with the fact that I'm just having to process less information because the THC helps me process it on the fly. But I'm just talking shit. I don't know. No idea.
I like the thought though, because I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna pull the old dream journal out and see, because there's times immediately upon awaking when I know, you know, things have happened, and then there's times I don't know how to explain it. I really don't. There's just times I know the difference than what was supposedly a dream and what was an experience. Oh, that's what I see you, Nemo, missing the THC, seeing the dreams, keeping him up at night. It won't be much longer, friend. It won't be much longer. So he was high for a month straight, Dad says, and he didn't remember having dreams. Now they are vivid and showing me how I've evolved in the dream world. Well, that's awesome. Sorry, reading chat. So dream journal is good. You want to have something handy, like really, like super handy. You don't even want to have to think. Pencil, always a better idea than a pen. To me, anyway. I don't know. More organic, maybe. But that's also part of the old idea of being able to control and use dreams in spite of what they could or couldn't be, you know, in a detrimental way. Oh, Kayla knows. Lucid dreaming, that's one of the keys, is to recall the dream. And to recall it, you need to have that dream journal handy, because within not even the first 30 seconds of waking, that dissipation starts to happen. And that dissipation is so strong, to me it seems very familiar. Almost that's dissipation of where we really come from and what we really are when we show up here in this 3D world. And that place that I have returned to in this 3D world during that dream time, and have struggled with the decision of wanting to come back to this 3D tragic place and deal with the bullshit that we deal with on a daily basis, and deciding, yeah, there's reasons I'm there working through, whatever the fuck it is, so I'm going back. And struggle to find that silver thread and get myself back to a waking state. Not just a waking state, but literally having to kickstart the body, the breath, the connection. Anyway, be careful is what I'm trying to say with playing around with that state of mind and those dreams. You can definitely get far out there and get distant away from things and start losing the connection to this 3D realm and really not caring, because it is such a struggle sometimes. In that place, not much of a struggle at all. Anyway, I think we're almost done, aren't we?
We're damn near. We got about 2 minutes before we'll start hearing music. I guess we'll just do that in silence.
Yeah. I'll just read chat and you just sit there.
Sounds good. I'll just go back into Space Lettuce and read it quietly to myself.
I know. But yeah, definitely be careful with the dream journaling. It's definitely a good thing to do. Keep it handy. Have it like right there by your bedside. grab and immediately start writing, even with your eyes closed. Learn that. Learn writing with your eyes closed. Because as soon as that input hits your eyes, I think it's that same fade out, like I said, when we come over here to this 3D world. It's just, you can't have it. You can't have all that information over here because it spoils the game. You're in God mode then, and what's the fun? What's the fun of having all the money? What's the fun of playing the game if you got everything and you know all the secrets and all the tricks? And what's the fun? So.
Just
and
remember.
Definitely.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go.
I was going to say, and don't forget that scientists have created a shape-shifting humanoid robot that can liquefy, pass through bars, and then reform on the other side. And Skynet is up and running. So
I was about to ask, was that from Skynet.https td
.gov.
.g?
OV. There's only one specimen of the rarest mineral on Earth.
I know. I can't wait to talk about that with Cammy. Damn mouth, what has happened? Yes, I do as well, Axel. Axel goes to some of the same places in her dreams. Yes, those places are important places. And that group of people you meet up with when you go to those places, that's the real family. And I'm not saying this isn't real family, but that soul tribe, which is what I've always called them, that's the group that you worked all the shit out before you got here with. And that's the group that you set all these goals of change, evolution, and that's the group that you need to go talk to at least once a week. Love you guys. Thanks, y'all.
Love you guys. We here at Iron Realm Media do not condone violence against anyone, but ScienceAlert.com says that shooting tiny, high-speed bullets at a spacecraft could speed up travel to the stars. For your information, do with that as you will. Be good, be well. We'll see you tonight. Love you. Bye-bye.